Hi everyone, I'm Suzanne Castle and I want to talk to you for just this long. Can you give me this long today? Maybe 10 minutes? Because I want to talk to you today about tools that will transform your career, your business, your leadership. And I don't mean that lightly. I mean this as I've been doing this a really long time, from my nonprofit work to my church work to corporate work to creative work. And I have compiled some strategies and some tips, some tricks. I've been uncovering some of those the last couple weeks. I'm going live every day at 2:30 Monday through Friday Central Time during the month of November, just to be helpful, just to give some zhuzh to what you're doing in the world. And today I really want to talk about those tips that I'm really kind of curating along the way. So the first one that I would say is, if anytime that we get to this place, and a lot of people start asking questions in November and December about what's next, the new year, what am I going to do different than I did this year? And this year, especially with COVID, like nobody did anything that they set out to do. So maybe you're just transferring your goals that you had for 2020 into 2021 with a few changes here and there because the world has changed. But what I would say is the first thing, if you want to make some impact into how you're showing up, either as a volunteer, as a leader, as someone on a team, if you're really trying to transform how you work as a solopreneur and show up in the world, then the first tip I have for you is you need to start asking better questions. Now, I don't know if you understand what that means. So when I say my favorite tools, this isn't like a technology suite. It's not a cell phone. It's not have your, big sized water to stay hydrated. Yes, those are all important. And I will probably talk about those another day. But really, when we ask better questions, what we are doing is we're standing in the gap between talking and listening. So we ask a question and then we stop and we listen. But the problem is, it's not always the questions that we've been asking. So I teach a whole strategy on this called the ASK method, in which we talk about assets, we talk about skills, and we talk about knowledge. Meaning that ASK, do you have the assets around you that you need to be making this decision? Or if you're struggling to make a decision, you start talking about assets. You ask asset related questions. Then you move into the skills. Do I have the skills? Do I have the people? Is there something I need to acquire to make this happen? And that is, parenting a teen to deciding to buy a business. I mean, this works across the board. It's really great communication strategies for families, for people as they're trying to up level how they're showing up in the world. And the third phase then would be the knowledge phase, which is, if I have these things, what kind of knowledge do I need to be moving forward? Does it mean I need to take a break and go back to school? Does it mean I need to take an online class? Does it mean I need to hire a coach? Does it mean I need to get a therapist? I mean, sometimes it's so weird and so different that sometimes we don't ask those right questions. So the first thing that I would say is, if you want to show up differently in your career in 2022, if you want to show up differently as a parent, if you want to be a better friend, the first thing you need to do is kind of walk through a method of asking better questions. Let me know if you want more information about that. Then once you begin to ask better questions, then I think it's really important to have the right support around you. So I was talking to Makia White earlier today in a different thing, and she's a wonderful, graceful lady. And one of the things that she shared is how we all feel so alone. And when you're alone, you think you have to do everything all of the time. And that's just simply not the case. Technology is a great tool because it can help you with apps. It can help you stay connected like this and do some free trainings. But also then that can keep you alone. And so you have to have the right support at the right time. So one of the things that I know I don't like to do is I don't like to fire people. I don't want to tell people my time with you is done as a friend, because not all friendships are lifetime friendships. But you need to find the right support for the right thing that you're trying to do in the world. So, for example, if you're retired or retiring, the kind of support around you that you need to make those kind of decisions, with financial plans, with health plans, with your house, with your friendships, where you want to be for the next 15, 20 years, looks different than if you're 30 and you're figuring out, do you want to start a family or have a partner or do all that kind of personal life? And how do I want to try to get at whatever level in my company, and or do I need to be getting my master's? You see what I'm saying? All of those require different kind of modicums of support. So you have to make sure you have the right support at the right time. And if you're really trying to up-level your life and your career, your business, if you want to lead from a different place as a friend, as a loved one, as a partner, then I would say you need to make sure you have the right support to make those things happen. And it is a good time right now in November, before we get to January, to start thinking about, if this is who I want to be next year, what are the things that I need to have aligned with that? And then I would say, we do need to understand about our communication personality. So what is this? People are like, oh, well, I'm an extrovert, I'm an introvert. No, 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 I'm not talking about that. Or people say, oh, she talks a lot, or she used to get her name on the board in school. Anybody else get your, every day. Susie Castle was up on the board every day for talking. Susie Castle. Or maybe it's, I don't know what they think because they never speak up in a meeting. Or do you say, oh, my son and daughter, they're really shy. Okay, introvert, extrovert, those kind of ways of being, they aren't necessarily helpful because you receive information in a certain way and you share information in a certain way. That's what I mean about your communication personality. And everyone doesn't do it the same. So, for example, my daughter Ava is a very compassionate, caring person, and I really think she's very stable. She likes unity. She works for that in her world, right? Me, I tend to run over people because I've got ideas all the time. I talked about that yesterday. So I'm about idea generation. I'm about, we can make a way. Let's do it. Let's run the race. Let's get on it. My hair's on fire all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. Do you see what I'm saying? So even the words that I use, the pace that I use, the energy in which I communicate, that's part of my communication personality, and you have one too. And your communication personality either helps you in situation or it hurts you in situations, from loved ones to business to volunteerism to being a family member. Your communication personality really is a tool that you need to uncover, discover, and then recover from so that you can go out and be the best version of yourself. So those are my tips and tricks. Look, 6 minutes and 55 seconds. So what are they? You need to ask better questions. You need to be sure you have the right support, and you do need to understand your communication personality. Now here's the thing. The first week of December, I'm going to go in deeper on this. I know this was really quick, really fast, but I'm going to spend about an hour talking about portions of these and how you can use them as a leader in the world, and how you can be a team together. Maybe you want to do some team training. This would be good. And bring your team along, because guess what? It's free. It's free. It's free. It's free. It's the first week of December. Stay tuned for more information. Or you know what you could do? You could just hit comment below. Just say more, or more info, or whatever, and I'll just reach out to you privately and tell you more about the schedule. Or maybe you just want to get on a call and say, here's my issue, here's what I need. Let's see how we can make some magic happen between us and get you in the right place before January 1 rolls around. Thank God for 2021. Anybody else singing that song? I certainly am. So I just want to thank you for tuning in. I know our days are busy, afternoons get long. Here we are on is this a Friday? I wish it was a Friday. God, no, it's not even Wednesday. It's Tuesday. And I still feel like I'm already ready for Friday. I don't know if you're feeling me on that one, but you might shoot me up in the comments and let me know if that's the case with you. So thanks for being here. I will be here again tomorrow at 2:30, and I look forward to seeing you. I'm Suzanne Castle. We'll talk soon.